Hey guys, so I got a new mic, so I'm testing it out. So y'all are getting a video sooner than, I was expecting because stress. But the new mic gave me no motivation. Jesus Christ. Anywho, so yeah, tell me if you like the audio better on this. I'm guessing it'll be better. What else? Also, this chapter contains Sue, and I cannot do Sue voice, so prepare for probably something very cringy, not kind of ick. But I'm working on it. I'm trying my best. Don't come for me. Anywho, I just put the microphone really close to my mouth, so I hope that didn't sound too icky. I'm going to listen back to this though, so don't worry. If I think it's too icky, it won't be in the video. Anywho, on to chapter 4 of this fic, I think. See y'all at the end. Apartment keys and how to use them. A guide by Class 1A by Armadillos Digging Holes. Chapter 4. Siblings are the worst. Aizawa was on the couch napping with the cats, and Yamada was in the kitchen making muffins when the door unlocked and opened. Aizawa yawned and opened his eyes to see Sue coming through the door. She was hunched over slightly and looked like she was ready to murder someone. The orange tabby by Aizawa's feet sensed that it was about to get sat on if it didn't move, and hopped off the couch, stretching and sauntering to the kitchen to ask for treats. Sue took the newly vacated spot and dropped her arms to her sides, throwing her head into the back of the couch and closing her eyes. She started taking a few deep breaths when the tabby returned, having been denied treats, and hopped onto her lap. It kneaded at her legs for a moment before curling up in her lap. Sue brought a hand down to pet the cat without opening her eyes. Aizawa waved a hand at his husband, who was looking over worriedly while slowly mixing a second batch of batter, to tell him to go back to what he was doing. He waited a few more moments to make sure Sue had calmed a little before asking her why she was upset. Her eyes shot open as she shot forward, now sitting upright. The cat didn't move. My siblings are so annoying. Sundere won't stop asking me to play video games with him, which is all well and good, except he asks at the worst possible times. I'll be in the shower or studying or even sleeping and suddenly be interrupted by, "Hey Sue, wanna play video games with me?" The last part of her sentence was in a mocking tone. Aizawa grunted, prompting her to continue. And then Satsuki won't stop taking my makeup. I've had to replace 3 eyeshadow palettes, 5 brushes, and 10 lipsticks. On top of that, I have to clean up whatever mess it is that she made with it. I need a break, or their bodies will show up in some faraway ditch. Aizawa nodded from where he was still lying on the couch. You can stay here for as long as you need. Sue sighed and nodded before going back to leaning against the back of the couch with her eyes closed, petting the cat on her lap. Around 10 minutes later, the oven dinged and Yamada pulled out the first batch of muffins. He set them aside to cool and put the second batch in to bake. He then left the kitchen and sat in the armchair next to the couch on Aizawa's end. The man looked over at Sue and smiled kindly. Do you want a blueberry muffin when they're done cooling? The girl nodded, and Yamada took out his phone, scrolling on whatever social media platform he had up. Around 30 minutes later, the oven dinged again, and Yamada got up to retrieve the muffins. He put on an oven mitt and took the tray out of the oven, placing it on the stovetop to cool. He put the oven mitt away and grabbed a few paper towels. Grabbed 3 muffins from the cooled batch and placed each of them on a paper towel. He took 2 of them out to the living room and handed one to Sue and the other to Aizawa. He went back to the kitchen and grabbed the other muffin off the counter. Yamada settled back into the armchair and turned on the news. The 3 watched TV and ate their muffins until a few hours had passed. Sue glanced over at the clock and her eyes widened. She carefully removed the cat from her lap. Thank you for having me, but I have to get going. Yamada got up and placed her in Yamada got up and walked her to the door, reassuring her that she could come over any time she needed another break. Aizawa agreed from his place on the couch, and Sue waved as she walked out the door. Yamada walked back over to the armchair and glanced at his husband, who was smirking while watching the news. This doesn't mean that we'll have to change the locks. Aizawa looked up at his husband. Yet. Yamada scoffed, and the two went back to watching TV, the tabby having migrated to Yamada's lap. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed that one. I know it was short, but it is 12:40 a.m. and I would like to say that I was going to bed, but we all know I'm not. I'm just going to stay up, either listening to Podfics or reading fanfics, or I got Volume 2 and Volume 3 of My Hero Academia Vigilante, so I might read that. Does my whole world revolve around My Hero Academia? Yeah, kinda. It's kinda sad, actually. You know, a lot of my Christmas gifts were My Hero Academia related or Podfic related, aka the mics, and it's it's become a problem, honestly. But oops, I guess I don't know. Also, my life has just been really weird. I would tell y'all, but I don't know if I want to broadcast my personal life on the internet. But let's just say it has been a wild ride, and I am not used to my life being as interesting as it is. But yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I'm working. I have a job. Did I tell y'all I have? How long has it been since I have a job now? It's pretty cool. It's just a small cafe, but it's not bad, I guess. Also, I have a friend, which is odd, I guess, but it's pretty chill. Yeah, is that it? Oh yeah, I left the Discord server. Nothing really happened. I'm just, life it kicked me down, and I'm facing some things right now, and I'm not really. I don't want to add more on top of that, if that makes sense. So yeah. Anywho, I think that's actually it this time. Also, I'm going to start speeding up my rambles in the editing process, so it's not like half my video. So if I'm like talking really fast right now, that's why. For fun. Anywho, I will talk to you guys later. Probably sometime in the new year. We don't know. I don't know. But anywho, late Merry Christmas. This is y'all's Christmas gift for me. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. I don't know what y'all celebrate. I celebrate Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. How do people end things? Goodbye.